revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be down so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a give, right side. McPherson, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run on first down. McPherson slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
57, 19,
on 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's letting this one go for... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
This will be taken very short.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them, but boy, what a tough spot they're in.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And it's caught by Parker.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And this is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Darnold completes it. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Go, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Here's Murray. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Again, it's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Watson. He's got Fuller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
56 of mine.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Check 4, check 4. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big air, big air, big air. Alert, alert. Mark 56. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And an alley to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ito Smith, 33 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike, we're
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. And Darnold, he lost the football. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Come on. We're going to start. Let's go. Ready? 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. We ain't giving up nothing. Five.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devontae Parker, 69 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, McPherson. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
What is that? 19. You must be true. Check 13. Check 13. Back. 29. Check 59. 24.
Watson on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
24 is the mark.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, Watson. And finding the tight end, Wilson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, McPherson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. J.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is Parker, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now it's Darnold. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Darnold now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Lucky. 25. Another time now.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
19.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. It's Parker. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 3 plays already first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold is passed to Jennings, and he makes a catch. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Darnold now to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally. Darnold. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Darnold now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Don't get nervous.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. This is Jennings. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Darnold to throw again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's moving. He's moving, boys. He's moving.
He'll get it up the middle. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Saints 48.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
On 1st down, McPherson. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans push further out in front. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position. Devontae Parker, 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken very short. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They've got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Jackson. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 17.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd. And the Saints will have the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I don't think you got it, son. Check.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Batting that. That one free defensively was Lonnie Johnson.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. And it's caught by Parker. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Right there in the middle, 55. I got you.
They run it again with Kamara. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken the lead. Looks good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken short. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Set. 19. 54. Come on, you better be ready.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Josh Gordon, 62 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
But you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Completes it to Jennings. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Check 41. Come on.
Now Darnold keeps it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. After the run, now Darnold to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Next score, Saints 49, Texans 45. Will Lutz to kick off for the Lord.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.